Hi, my name is Bo Sanchez. I am the author of 21 books, and it is my joy to help people. I've been serving God, trying to serve God for the past 30 plus years. Came to know God when I was 12, gave my life to Him, and started teaching, preaching, would you believe, when I was 13 years old. And I was just recently, someone came up to me and gave me a big hug, and this woman, she just cried and cried on my shoulder, wet my shirt, and she said, Bo, you changed my life. It was the first time I met her. So, how did I change your life? But of course, the back of my mind, I already knew. She said, I read your books, and at the time when I was so depressed, when I was so down, you changed my life. So there, just a little introduction of who I am for those who do not know me. I've also founded about 9 non-profit organizations, and we do the most wonderful, the wildest work in the world, helping the poorest of the poor, the abandoned elderly, poor children, giving them scholarships and so on. So it's wonderful just to help people, and I'd like to tell you a story. Some people look at me and they say, oh, Bo, he only talks to big people. He only talks to big businessmen and big leaders. Well, that's true. I talk to a lot of big people and big leaders and big businessmen, and I've got small groups for them, and I meet them regularly. There's a favorite small group that I meet, and they're composed of my 3 helpers at home and my driver. Every other week, we gather together, we pray, we open the Bible, we share, and it's amazing just being able to help them. I am Dr. Love at different times, when they have problems about their relationships, about their boyfriends, and my driver is married, he's got 4 kids, so I teach him about family life, etc., marriage, and so on. And we talk about all sorts of things, especially about their spiritual life, their relationship with God, and then we talk about their finances. And I am just appalled at the way, no matter what I do in terms of increasing their salary, it disappears at the end of the day. It's gone. And why? Because they send a lot of their money back to their provinces. And so I was trying to teach them how to save, etc. And they say, well, we save, and so on. So what did I do? I taught them, get this, I taught them how to invest in the stock market. And they've been doing it now for quite some time. 2 of my helpers have over 100,000 pesos in the stock market. And that's wild. I wrote their story in my book, My Maid Invests in the Stock Market, and Why You Should Too. No, I'm not here to sell that book. You can in fact download the ebook version right here, and it's for free. You can read about that story. And I had an amazing time helping them. You know what? My heart is filled with joy every time I meet them in the small group, is because we talk about all sorts of things, and then at the end I talk about their stock market investments, how they're doing. Oh, filled with joy. And just looking at a life that is changed. Friends, people call me a prosperity preacher. I'm very uncomfortable with that term, because I'm not just, teaching people how to have faith, and, let's have all the money in the world. That's not my point. My point is that you grow in every area of your life, specifically in your spiritual life. It is the spiritual foundation. However, I teach people how to have financial literacy. I teach people how to grow in terms of managing their funds. Why? Because money, it's not the most important thing in the world. No, it's not. Love is, God is, your family, your relationships. These things are the most important things in your life, your faith, not money. However, money affects every other important thing in your life. And I'm here to tell you that you need to grow your money. Not because you want to live a luxurious life, not because you want to drive a luxurious car. No, it's not to have a big rest house somewhere. I want you to grow your money as a way of serving, as a way for money to serve love. The singular purpose of growing your money is so that you can love more. That's it. That's the purpose of wealth. And I want to share that with you. And one of the ways of doing that is through the stock market. Now you might say, Bo, I don't like the stock market. My uncle lost his money in the stock market. My office mate, he lost a lot of money in the stock market. I'll tell you, why are my maids able to grow their money in the stock market? My maids, 2 of them, they haven't finished college. One of them hasn't finished high school. Why are they growing their money? My driver, he's not finished college, and yet he's growing his money in the stock market. So there's a right way and there's a wrong way. I'd like to teach you the right way. There are 3 ways of getting into the stock market. I hope you'll be patient with me as I explain these little details. Please bear with me. There are 3 ways of getting into the stock market. The first one is active trading, and that's where you don't want to go. Here's a fact. 85% of people who get into the stock market lose their money. Why? Because they do active trading. What is active trading? You buy the stock and then the next day you sell, or 2 days later you sell. Even within the day you sell. Buy and sell, buy and sell. That's the way to lose money. There are very good active traders, but they're very rare. And their whole day is spent in the stock market. Every day they keep on studying. That's not for us. We've got our jobs. We've got our businesses. No. What we do is we choose between the second way and the third way of getting into the stock market. The second way is passive investing. Passive investing follows 4 rules. First, you invest long term. 20 years or more, investing every single month. You don't get your money and dump it into one stock and then wait for it, then buy and sell. No, that's active trading. Passive investing is from your salary, you get 10 or 20% of your salary, put it into the stock market every single month. Long term. Rule number 2, even when there's a crisis, it's almost like closing your eyes and without caring for the share price, you just put it in every single month for 20 years or more. Rule number 3, you invest only in giants, not in penny stocks. No, only in companies that are solid and strong and enduring, that will last for the next 50 years or more. And rule number 4, not just in one giant, but invest in many giants. That's rule number 4. So there, passive investing. You can start it tomorrow. You don't need me, you just have to identify, look around you, what are the biggest companies that you believe will always be there, will still be there. And friends, when you think about it, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. No, it's not. It's over the long haul. You will create millions over time. Millions? Really? Yeah. I was telling my helpers that in 7 years, they will probably hit their first million already. I believe in that, if they keep on doing what they've been doing. But there's a third way. The first way is active trading. That's not for us. The second way is passive investing. And that's something that you need to consider. You will be able to grow your money. I believe history says 12% or more of your money. Hey, Bo, I still think we should put my money in the bank. Friend, listen to me. I wrote this down in my book, The 8 Secrets of the Truly Rich. I said that if you have 100,000 and you put your money in the bank, and the bank will give you 4% growth every year because it's a time deposit account, 100,000 pesos. In 36 years, your 100,000 will become 400,000 pesos in 36 years. Is that small or is that small? Think about it. But what if your 100,000 grows at 12%? Of course, you will say, you don't find that in the bank, Bo. That's right, you don't find that in the bank. But let's say it grows at 12%. Your 100,000 will become, in 36 years, 6.4 million. The difference between 6.4 million and 400,000, think with me, at 12%. Where can you get 12%? Passive investing in the stock market. In the Philippines, only 1% of the population put their money in the stock market. Only 1%. In other countries like the US and Europe, 70% of people already put their money in the stock market. 99% of Filipinos put their money in the bank, and it will not grow beyond the inflation. Believe me, you will not be able to have enough in your old age, and that's what I want you to have, and I want to help you. And there is even a faster way than passive investing, and that's the third way, to grow your money beyond 12%. I'll give you an example. If you invest, and my helpers were doing this before, now they're putting more money, but if you put 2,000 pesos every single month for 20 years, and it will grow at 12%, You know how much will you have after 20 years? 2 million pesos. Not bad, right? 2,000 pesos every month for 20 years, 2 million at 12% growth. Well, what if it grows not at 12, but at 20%? Will that make a difference? You bet. 2,000 pesos every month in 20 years, you will have 6 million. Whoa, from 2 million to 6 million. But let's challenge it further. What if it grows to 25% every year in 20 years? Your 2,000 pesos a month in 20 years, growing at 25% every year. Ta-da! 13 million. That's how big the difference is. That's why I want to introduce to you a third way of getting into the stock market for those who want a little bit more control. It's called, I call it, Strategic Averaging Method. In short, SAM. I coined the phrase. It was my mentor who taught me the method, but I had the privilege of naming the method. And my mentor is a billionaire who's been into the stock market doing it for the past 38 years and is very successful. And I thank God he taught me. And the reason why I'm successful is because of him in the stock market. And I'd like to pass on this knowledge to you. What is SAM? SAM, this past year, I've been teaching my Truly Rich Club members how to invest in the stock market using the third way, SAM. And we grew our money in the past 6 months, for 50% growth just in the past 6 months. It's amazing. And no, I'm not making a promise that this will be your growth, 50% for the next few years. No. I'm just saying that we were blessed and we did something right the past 6 months. The stock market is not like that. It goes up and down, up and down. But there is a higher probability that our money will grow faster than passive investing. Why? I'll tell you why. Because SAM does not only follow the first 4 rules of passive investing, it has a 5th rule. And what is that 5th rule? It's this, that you invest using a target price and a buy below price. Now, what are those things? That's what I provide my Truly Rich Club members. I identify for them the faster growing giants. 5 of them or 6 of them. I'll tell them, these are the faster growing giants. Not all giants are created equal. We're going to use these 5. I'm going to tell them. I told them before. I'm telling them. I give them a stocks update report every other week. I tell them what stocks to buy. I tell them what stocks to sell. And I tell them there's a target price. Once the share price reaches near the target price, it's time to sell and look for a company that is still on its way up. And I tell them what company to buy. I also give them a buy below price, meaning to say the stock market goes up and down, towards the target price. This is the target price. The share price go up and then goes down, and goes up and then goes down towards that, right? Now, I give them a buy below price so that when it goes up, it's not time to buy. But when it goes down, the buy below price that I give for them, I set for them, it's time to buy. And then when it goes up again, no, it's not time to buy. If it goes down, it's time to buy. So by having a buy below price, they're able to buy the stock at a cheaper price until finally it reaches the target price. It's time to sell. It's very simple methods, and I'd like to invite you to become members of the Truly Rich Club as a way of helping you build your stock market investments over the long haul. I repeat, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You won't become a millionaire tomorrow or next week. I'm sorry. But over time, you'll be able to build your millions. I really believe in that. If you invest every single month, discipline yourself to be able to do that. And I'd like to coach you. I'd like to teach you how to do that through the Truly Rich Club. By the way, the Truly Rich Club is not only about the stock market. No, it's not. It's about, I give you also, aside from the stock update letter or report every other week, I give you also a wealth strategies report every other week. I give you my audio talk twice a month just to change your thinking. The way you think about money, the way you think about yourself, the way you think about life, the way you think about God. I'm going to share with you also a daily email just to inspire you and encourage you to walk on, to have a new perspective on life. I really believe that money problems are mind problems. It's true. I've seen it over and over again. You could have all sorts of knowledge about money, but if you do not have the right perspective towards life, towards yourself, towards money, you're going to have problems. You've got to work on your thinking, because when you're able to change your thinking, you'll be able to change your life. That's my belief. And I would invite you to get into the Truly Rich Club and change your financial life and change your future. There's a button below the screen. You can click on it and change your life forever. This is Bo Sanchez. I'll see you inside the Truly Rich Club.